What's happening, my people? So it's your boy ChanceJolivette, aka Smooth, back with another episode. We talking about P-Valley, Season 2, Episode 7, Jackson. So Episode 7, man, we moving through the season, man. We moving through. We seen last episode, man. It was a heavy one. Big Cheek died and stuff, man. When he killed himself and little murder, he showed up at Uncle Cliff crib and everything. Sad instances. Ernestine, she done caught the old COVID and shit, man. So, man, little Terrica, she pregnant and shit. So let's get into how these storylines have developed. It took 2 weeks for them to come back. Well, they missed 1 week and then they came back. But last week, man, I was distraught. I was like, where P-Valley? Where P-Valley? Where's that? Where's that? It's not coming on. Oh, no. Usually it happens like if they have like the Super Bowl or they have a holiday or a big sporting event, NBA Finals or something like the Oscars or something they don't want to compete with. But man, just for them to just disappear for... But anyways, let's get to this episode, man. This episode starts off, man, Loretta Devine, Miss Ernestine, starting off the episode, and we seeing the history of the Pink. So, it hasn't always been a strip club and stuff, man. Like, the reason why they don't necessarily want to sell the Pink is because it's not like, it's not just a building, man. This thing has historical significance. This has been passed down in Uncle Cliff's family. You see all the generations through disco, through the early hip-hop, break dance and stuff like that. You seen Miss Ernestine was in the club. She was singing her heart out and stuff. That was a beautiful scene, man, the way that they brought it in. And that was so dope. Then you see baby Cliff. Like, even when he was small, when he came out the womb, they called him Uncle Cliff. Uncle Cliff. And he grew up watching his grandma Ernestine and stuff, man. That's who he always looked up to. So that's kind of how he became how he was. That's what he was raised around. That's what he looked up to and stuff. So hey, I ain't mad at it. Terrica, we get to her storyline, man. You know, she pregnant and shit like that. I already mentioned that at the beginning of the video and stuff. They got more to come with that whole storyline, man. Like, Lil Murder is haunted. Like, he having nightmares and shit, man. You wake up, he's still at Uncle Cliff crib. Uncle Cliff left him with Ernestine and stuff. So he, I glanced over, Uncle Cliff talking to Haley and shit. Talking about, like, the historical significance of the Pink and stuff. And Haley trying to get, like, Haley Autumn, whatever you want to call her, trying to get what the Pink deserves. They offered her $5 million, and Uncle Clifford like, well, damn. But then it's like, damn, like, that's a lot of money, man. But it's still like, damn, this is my spot. This means a lot. And Haley is like, I'm gonna make sure we get everything that we deserve. Like, I'm trying to get $10 million and stuff. And I got this money. I lost my daughter to get this money and stuff, and I'm not gonna let her down. Uncle Cliff is like, that child is gone. Like, she ain't coming back. Like, no matter what you do, it's like, it's not, the shit didn't happen. It's too late now. But anyways, so the murder at the crib, he taking care of Miss Ernestine, man. He done hooked up some dinner and everything. At first she don't want to eat. She like, that chicken and stuff that Clifford made, that's gonna kill me. I'm not eating that. But Lil Murder, like, he hook it up. He got the yams and the greens and all that. Yams, greens, potatoes, and all that. So he hook it up. And she got the COVID, but she could still smell and stuff. Like, that's the one sense that didn't leave her. So she getting a grub on. So that's cool, like them having that dynamic in like Miss Ernestine. Miss Ernestine, she cool, man. That's probably my favorite character on the show. Every time she's on the show, man, I brighten up. So that's why this episode is hard, man, because it's looking like it's gonna be bad. Keyshawn is in the store with Huckleberry Finn and her little brood. And she walking, man, and this motherfucker, he trying to be all nice. And how about we get some wingdings and some ding-dongs and stuff? Come on. And, like, He like that meme whenever the woman at the counter and he behind him holding behind her because this motherfucker he ain't got no money to pay for shit. So he holding on to I was about to say Autumn in Mississippi, wanting her to pay for the shit and stuff. And she wearing her mask finally. Like she didn't want to wear it at the dollar store. But she wearing it because her ass is black and blue. Like she's a colorist. She don't like being black. She very black right now. And Autumn is in the store and Autumn is like, you ain't used the gun I gave you, evidently. Like, you better get your ass up out of there. So Autumn is still one of the people that's still trying to save her, man. Like, Homer Diamond was trying to save her. Everybody, a lot of people, I guess Uncle Clifford and them, like, I'm washing my hands with it. This bitch ain't going nowhere. Diamond tried to save her. He got a gun put to his face. Autumn is trying, man. He's trying to make her see the light. I hope she sees the light by the end of the season. Season finale, Autumn end up killing her old man. Well, Mercedes end up killing her old man on season 1. Season 2, Mississippi, you gonna kill Huckleberry Finn? You gonna kill Tom Sawyer? Better do your thing. Better do your motherfucking thing. She look good on future video though. I still be mad at her. I still be mad every time I see her. Cause P Valley, she makes me so mad. Just how she did Diamond, and cause she let that motherfucker beat on her ass and stuff. And she's not letting him. She got a gun. She ain't shot him. Anyways, Terica. No. Lil Murder, he in denial. Like they talking about the whole scenario and stuff, man. Like, I know you're hurting. Nah, I'm good. But he hurting from Big Teak, man. Like that was very fucked up, man. Like, in both of them, they gonna have some PTSD and stuff. A lot of them on this episode. That's a backdrop of this episode, man. It's like your demons from your past and PTSD and things that people going through. Cause everybody going through something, man. Mercedes going through her shit cause she's seeing Patrice back in the days and stuff, man. Like, Autumn, she thinking about the things. That's why she trying to save Mississippi. For her not to go through what she had to go through and bury her kids and stuff like that. And Uncle Cliff, like, Ernestine is thinking about her back in the days, and she's had catching glimpses of her daughter and stuff. Like, she's on the brink of death. Like, everybody is going through something, man. Like, this episode, this is a heavy one, man. It's not heavy as the last episode, but they do have some heavy topics, man. And Terica, her hard-headed ass, man. All these kids on here, on the Shy, they all doing the same little storylines right now. They all having the pregnancy, abortion, have it or not, and the kids are hard hate. He loves me and he gonna take care of me. Motherfucker, he 14 years old. I ain't gonna take care of you and stuff. But anyway, your mama, the courts don't want to give you to your real mama. Your other mama is drunk as hell and she toe up. Like, you ain't got too much support system. You talk about you gonna let Patrice watch your baby. Bitch, do you know who your grandma is? Shit. That's the most no good woman on the whole show. Lil Murder and Uncle Cliff, they have a serious talk, man. They have a serious talk. They clown and they talk about Cisco and stuff and clown about Uncle Cliff clothes and stuff like that. But then he like, so you been like this since you was a baby? Like, you always been what you are and stuff? What are you? And that's insulting. That's insulting. That's the word I'm looking for. And he didn't mean it like that, but just asking somebody something like that, like, I'm not even in that LGBTQ thing or something, but I wouldn't ask nobody something like that. Like, and I know that had to hurt Uncle Cliff, man. He probably got that his whole life in this and that. But you're like, what did you? And that fucks Lil Murder too, man, because he like, what society won't allow me to be, because he wants to be this rapper and stuff, and he's like, I can't follow my dream, I can't be where I want to be, because, or I'm this hood nigga, but I'm in the hood, but if they know about me, it's gonna mess up that, and then I'm gonna be a target, they gonna, all kind of shit, you don't know how they gonna take me, they ain't gonna listen to my music no more and stuff, so he dealing with a lot of internal things. Then while they doing that, man, Ernestine just snuck off, man. Yo, Ernestine is blind. She's blind. I actually think that she's blind on the show and stuff. Like, and like she duck off and stuff. Like, oh no, how's she gonna duck off? She blind. Anyways, Mercedes, she have a flashback. She have a flashback of Patrice and stuff. Like, that's tore up. Cause Patrice used to like use her like to scheme and try to get money and stuff and use her for old men and this and that. Like, she used to kind of like put her out there and this and that. And then she seen a condom in her thing, and like she beat her ass in the middle of the diner and stuff. And the crazy thing, I guess it's because the way that she is raised, because she was raised like very religious and stuff, and to be subservient to her mother and this and that. And her mother just got her toe up. But it looked like she was bigger than her mom back in the days. Like, I don't know, her size wise. Well, I was about to say she just whip her motherfucking ass. But I forgot on season 1. She did whip her motherfucking ass, but she waited too damn long. She need to whip her ass every time she see her. Every time she see her. Go up in that church and whip her ass all the time. Until she give her money back. Whip the money out of her ass. Yeah. Can't stand that woman. Mercedes, but then she talking to Terrica and stuff. She trying not to be like her mother. Terrica is like, I'm not gonna be like you, and you dancing for these men, and you just jealous because ain't nobody loving you, and you tricking these niggas. Bow! And it's like, I guess the writers and them, they like, oh no, she just like her mother. No, Terrica deserved to get slapped in her motherfucking mouth on that instance. I'm not mad at Mercedes for that. She needed to slap that motherfucker in the mouth. Bye, y'all. Hey, I ain't mad at it. They get to the clinic, all the crazy ass people is protesting this stuff. Pro-life. And they going off in this and that, man. So she go, like, the baby, like, it's formed and stuff. It's like she didn't wait it this damn long. It's like, damn, bitch, you done waited so long. You didn't realize you wasn't having periods and stuff like that. Like, you done let the baby about to talk. Shit. Like, if you can't tell from that, like, how can you take care of a baby? Like, you probably can't wash your ass right yet. But, and then Miss Ernestine, man, she make it all the way to the Mississippi River. How? How did she make it all the way to the river, man? Like, blind and just taking off? Like, she's smelling the water in the air and following it? Like a bloodhound or something? Like, she crossing streets and everything, and like, what? But she made it all the way to the river, man, and she's seeing it in, like, at the beginning of the episode, she seen like a ghost of her daughter, and she's like, I'm not ready, baby, I'm not ready. At the end of the episode, man, well, towards the end, like, at this point, it's like, I'm ready. I'm ready, it's my time. And she go, like, trying to go to the water. She's like, if I can't get to the water, bring the water to me. And Lil Murder, like, run some of the Mississippi River water over and stuff, and she kind of, like, pass out. It's like, damn. I'm like, man, Miss Ernestine died. Oh, no. And then, shit, Big T just not died by the water. Man, like, yeah, it's been heavy, man. Like, Lil Murder and them, they've been going through it and stuff. But she don't die, but she gonna go to the hospital and stuff, and she might die. We gonna see. Terrica, she just been working my nerves, man, the whole episode. Mercedes looking in the mirror, and she sees Patrice like, Mercedes, don't be too hard on yourself. You are not your mama. You are not that bad. Lil Murder, he getting this Cisco on, he voguing, and this and that. Like, I like they little dynamic on this episode. I like they both are there for each other because they both going through some pain. Big T didn't kill herself. Miss Ernestine looked like she might be about to die and stuff. So they both hurting, so they are both there for each other. But the sex scene was too gratuitous. It was too much. And a lot of people, like, I say, like, some things, like, I go on my little country ass rants. If y'all, I'm from Louisiana. I'm an 80s baby. I come from toxic shit. Hey, so I try not to judge. I can let certain things go. But some things I'm going to speak on because I'm an old country ass nigga. And so when I say certain things, I'm not trying to be negative or ignorant or anything like that. I'm just talking from a country nigga's perspective. And something we don't need to see it all the time. All these fine ass women that they got on the show, and they barely had some sex scenes. When Mercedes finally have a sex scene, she get a sex scene with the woman and shit. Like Autumn, she finally had a sex scene with old boy. But like most of the sex scenes, 70% of the sex scenes have been Lil Murder, Big T, Uncle Cliff. Mostly Uncle Cliff and Lil Murder. And people like, man, Uncle Cliff only had like 2 sex scenes. And people, they told me that in the comment section and stuff. Who having a sex scene this episode? Who having a sex scene? Uncle Cliff and Lil Murder. I called it. They the ones that have the sex scenes all the time. And they doing too much. They ain't gotta be that graphic. Whenever Autumn and old boy had their little sex scene, Autumn, she was crawling on the floor or something. She jumped on him and he went, that's what they did. She was on top of him a little bit. She showed a little bit of titty. Diamond in Big Bone. Diamond was on top of her, showed some titty. He seen a glimpse of Mississippi. They got off. They ain't got to do all that. But Uncle Clifford and them, they got to go positions and they got to show the lubrication and the protection, not protection, kissing, hugging, everything. It's a porno. They doing too much. Anyways, so Mercedes lets Terica make her choice, man. Like at the end of the episode, she finally like, man, fuck it. I don't want to be like my mama. And she made me have the baby because of religious purposes and stuff. You made the choice. I'm gonna let you drive. We can drive back to Chattanooga or whatever, or we can go to Jackson. What you want to do? She goes to Jackson, man. So, like, I'm kind of happy, man. Like that little girl, she ain't need no goddamn baby. Autumn shows up in Mississippi crib, and she like sneaks in there. She's like, oh, we used to work at the club together and this and that. But she goes there for some information. She holds the baby and she tells the baby a story about like, and she talk about her tears drowned her baby, because she waited too long. She waited too long. She had so many tears and stuff that her baby drowned. And it's like, you look up Haley Carlton or whatever, and when you see this story, then you hit me back. Because look what happened to me and how my baby died because I sat way too long with an abusive nigga and bullshit happened. You sitting here this long with Huckleberry Finn, letting him beat on you every day, beating on them kids. It's going to be too long, man. One of them kids going to die. Both of them kids and your ass going to die. And he probably going to shoot himself in. I ain't about to go too into details because YouTube might take my video down or something. But you know what I'm talking about. With the colonizers and Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer and Tom Hanks and these motherfuckers. Anyways, so it was a good episode, man. They had a lot of dope elements to it, man. It was a heavy episode, man. They wrapped up a lot of storylines, or they going into other things. Like, I enjoyed it. Prayers for Miss Ernestine and stuff, man. I hope she make it. But like, comment, subscribe, go be the greatest of the most hate, man. Holla at your boy. Peace.